The Dark Watchers. Amelia was an adventurous 12-year-old who had just moved to a small town nestled at the foot of the Santa Lucia Mountains in California. She had always been enchanted by nature, so the looming peaks were a sight she eagerly wanted to explore. One day she heard whispers among the townsfolk about the mysterious Dark Watchers that guarded the mountain ranges. Adults would often recount stories with hushed voices, warning children not to venture too high up the mountains, especially during dusk. Amelia, being the curious soul she was, couldn't resist the lure of the legend. One evening after school, she decided to hike up one of the trails, hoping to catch a glimpse of these shadowy figures and perhaps debunk the myth. The air grew colder as she ascended, and the sky was painted in shades of orange and pink. Amelia had lost track of time. The woods around her seemed to hold their breath, and an uneasy silence settled in. Suddenly, on a distant peak, she spotted a tall shadow. It looked like a man wearing a long coat and a brimmed hat, holding a walking stick. His outline was blurry against the setting sun, but she could clearly see him staring westward. Thinking it might just be a fellow hiker, Amelia called out, waving her hands. To her surprise, two more figures materialized out of nowhere beside the first one. Fascinated but also feeling a twinge of unease, Amelia decided to get closer. However, the closer she got, the more distant and elusive they seemed. She could never quite reach them, and they never acknowledged her presence, always staring ahead. When the sun had almost vanished below the horizon, Amelia decided to head back, but the way down seemed different, twisted. Paths that she remembered weren't there anymore. The woods grew darker and denser. Panic began to settle in her chest. Suddenly, she felt a cold breeze behind her. Turning around, she saw multiple tall, shadowy figures standing silently, watching her from a distance. They were everywhere. On ridges, peaks, and cliffs, their eyes fixated on her. Terrified, Amelia started to run, trying to find her way back to the familiar paths that led home. As she ran, the figures continued to appear and disappear, always watching, never moving. After what felt like hours, gasping for breath, she stumbled upon a clearing with an old, abandoned cabin. Hoping to find shelter and perhaps a phone, she went in. The cabin was cold, its walls adorned with old pictures of the Santa Lucia Mountains. But what caught her attention was an ancient-looking painting that depicted the very shadowy figures she had encountered. Below the painting was an inscription: "Beware the Watchers. They guard the secrets of the mountains. Once seen, you can never leave." Amelia felt a chill down her spine. She realized she wasn't alone in the cabin. Turning around, she saw the shadowy figures standing outside, looking in through the windows. Their gaze was unyielding, trapping her within the cabin's walls. Back in town, when Amelia didn't return, search parties were sent out. They searched for days, but there was no trace of her. And so, the legend of the Dark Watchers grew. Hikers sometimes claimed they saw an additional shadowy figure, a young girl standing amongst the Watchers, looking down at the town below, forever trapped in the enigma of the Santa Lucia Mountains.